If we look at local government, the correct recipe should be a balance of community needs versus that of the available resources to ultimately serve residents in a set border. The Constitution states the core function of a municipality, how it should spend its resources, protect the environment and its obligation toward the residents. Die realiteit is egter dat plaaslike regering totaal misluk. Munisipaliteite is bankrupt, skuld hul krediteure miljarde, basiese dienste soos watervoorsiening en vullisverwydering vind nie plaas nie, terwyl munisipaliteite verantwoordelik is vir die besoedeling van skaars waterbronne. Die rede vir hierdie mislukking is nie 'n tekort aan fondse nie en is ook nie apartheid nie. The reason for incomplete infrastructure projects is not insufficient funds, it is rather the mismanagement of funds and corruption. One example is the 8-megalitre sewage plant that is being constructed in a Naledi Municipality Northwest. The plant's construction has already cost an exorbitant 120 million, but there is further funding needed to complete the project. This new plant has thus been standing dormant for the last 18 months due to the inflated cost of the plant and poor planning. Municipalities should prioritize infrastructure that already exists and not only new capital projects. Municipalities should be the custodians of infrastructure and assets on behalf of the communities they serve. There's a lack of routine maintenance and municipalities fail to safeguard infrastructure from the vandalism, theft and destruction. In Matlusana, sports stadiums have been robbed of all copper cables and buildings burned to such an extent that these facilities cannot be used. Gemeenskapsale word geplunder en stuk vir stuk weggedra. Waterpype en kleppe word gesteel wat tot waterlekke en vermorsing van honderde duisende liter water lei. Munisipale werkers word deur bendes geïntimideer en daar word selfs munisipale amptenare vermoor. Hiervan as gevolg van ANC faksiegevegte. Faksiegevegte terwyl betalende inwoners geen dienste ontvang. Faksiegevegte terwyl die armste van die armste daaronder ly, want vir 27 jaar het die regering eerder gesteel as om dienste aan hierdie gemeenskappe te lewer en omstandighede te verbeter. The infighting is about who and which faction remains in power or can get power in order for them to can help themselves and their cadres to taxpayers' hard-earned money and deprive the poorest of the poor from basic services. Local government is currently in crisis management mode. There is an action when the crisis had already happened. There are many looming crises. Sinkholes which are left to get bigger, sewage leakages which are left to pump millions of liters of sewage into water sources, landfill sites which do not comply with the relevant legislation prescripts, refuge which are not regularly removed, creating serious health risk for residents, animals and environment. The non-compliance to laws and regulation leaves local government unaccountable to people and non-transparent. For years has been a complete lack of consequent management. There is no consequences for officials who transgress or mismanage. It seems as though the ANC government of municipalities regard the constitution and legislation as toilet paper. Daar is goeie wetgewing munisipale finansiële en algemene bestuur bepaal. Daar is egter bitter min voldoening hieraan. Selfs munisipaliteite se eie bywette word deur munisipale administrasies geïgnoreer. Waarvoor gebruik die ANC amptbekleerders hierdie wetgewing? Toiletpapier. An accountable local government is where the appointed officials are done based on merit, where the qualified person is appointed, and where service contractors are also appointed based on if they will be able to provide the service and their cost effectiveness. Stop affirmative action appointments, cadre deployment, and BE. These policies are breeding ground for corruption and ineffective local government which do not deliver basic services. The majority of municipalities have recently tabled proposed increases of 20% in electricity tariffs. This is unsustainable and will result in even more job losses and failed businesses. In these dire circumstances, an environment should be created to sustain private enterprise by rates and taxes relief rather than increases. If corruption and inflated prices of procurement stops, this would be possible. Increases in tariffs while service is not delivered, people are expected to pay more for something they do not receive. If drastic change do not occur, the future looks bleak. The Constitutional Court ruling in the case of Radaman versus Makwakwa Municipality should be noted. No money is due and payable to a municipality for services not rendered. Municipalities are too big. We need smaller municipal units where service delivery is nearer to the people. Honourable Minister, you are lying to South Africa. The government is not a caring government. It's a government in chaos. Die enigste oplossing vir mislukking van munisipaliteite is op 27 Oktober. Kiesers moet opstaan, saam staan en sterk staan om van die onbevoegde ANC regering ontslae te raak. Thank you.